Welcome once again to Breakfast Central here on News Central TV. And now it's time for us to dive straight into the world of sports. And we have Udoka Unjoku joining us. Good morning, Udoka.
Good morning, Sarge. Good morning, Olive.
Good morning.
Looking good this morning, Olive.
Thank you. You're too kind.
Can you now tell us what's going on in sports?
Of course I will, Sarge. I will tell you what's going on in sports. Let's start off with athletics as 2016 Chester Hare Marathon winner Mark Kangogo has been suspended by the Athletics Integrity Unit for allegedly engaging in doping malpractices. The AIU stated that Kangogo was temporarily suspended for using a performance-enhancing substance. According to the integrity body, Kangogo is not yet guilty until it is proved that he used the substance. In July 2021, short-distance runner Mark Otieno Odiambo was also suspended for purportedly using metasterone, a substance which is prohibited by the World Anti-Doping Agency. Odiambo's case was referred to the dispute tribunal and the case is yet to be determined. Should Kangogo and Odiambo be slapped with a ban, they will join a long list of Kenyan runners, including Lillian Kasait and Philemon Lokedi, who are already serving their bans. Still on athletics now, world half marathon record holder Jacob Kiplimo has pulled out of the upcoming 2022 event scheduled for October 16 in India. 21-year-old did not disclose the reason for making the decision. He wished the participants all the best ahead of the marathon. And the Ugandan runner was a favorite going into the race, considering the fine form he has enjoyed this year. At the 2022 Commonwealth Games held in August, Kiplimo clocked 13 minutes 8.08 seconds to clinch the 10,000-meter title ahead of Daniel Simiyu and Kibiwot Kandi of Kenya. Kiplimo, who was also victorious at the Ras Kaima Half Marathon, staged on the 19th of February in the United Arab Emirates. Kiplimo broke the half marathon world record at the 2021 edition of the EDP Lisbon Half Marathon, crossing the line in 57 minutes 31 seconds. His record was 1 second faster than the previous world record set by Kibiwot at the Valencia Half Marathon on the 6th of December 2020. With Kiplimo's withdrawal, Kenya's Felix Kipkoech and the Ethiopian duo of Chala Regasa and Mokhtar Idris are among the favorites to win the race. And to Liverpool we go as defenders Trent Alexander-Arnold and Joel Matip are expected to be out for about 2 to 3 weeks through injury. The right back, Alexander-Arnold, who has an ankle injury, and centre-back, Matip, who has a calf injury, came off against Arsenal on Sunday. Now, winger Luis Diaz has been ruled out with a knee injury until December. Liverpool lost 3-2 to the Premier League leaders at the Emirates Stadium. And Jurgen Klopp's side have 6 matches scheduled between now and the end of October, including a home match with champions Manchester City on Sunday. They are already without defenders Arthur Melo, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita with thigh injuries, while defender Andrew Robertson has a knee problem. Now the Reds will play Rangers in the Champions League on Wednesday. Now going to the Champions League results from yesterday, games that were played yesterday, we saw the likes of Juve in action, and for Chelsea, yes, they got a 2-0 victory over the opponents, AC Milan, making it 5-0 on aggregate, while Dynamo Zagreb and Salzburg played out a 1-1 draw. In Group F, it was Celtic losing to Leipzig 2-0, and Real Madrid and Shakhtar Donetsk played out a 1-1 draw. And in Group G, it was Copenhagen and Manchester City playing out a goalless draw, and to the surprise of a lot of football fans, as Riyad Mahrez from Algeria lost on the penalty spot because the goalkeeper saved his penalty, and a goal was ruled out for a VAR for offside. And for Sevilla, they got a 1-1 draw with Borussia Dortmund. And in Group H, Maccabi Haifa defeated Juve by 2-0, and Paris Saint-Germain and Benfica settled for a 1-1 draw as Mbappe scored the only goal for PSG, making him the highest goal scorer in the Paris Saint-Germain squad for all time, getting about 31 goals in his career for PSG. And looking at today, Napoli will be in action against Ajax. Liverpool will also be in action as they take on Rangers. While in the FIFA Women's World Cup for Africa, it was on a poor run because Nigeria scored the first goal against Germany, but they went on to lose that game 2-1, while Morocco, the other Africa representative, lost to Brazil by 1-0. So that's a wrap from me for Sport Update on Breakfast Central. And quite a sad one for the Africans representing at the Women's World Cup, and we hope that they can actually have a better performance in their upcoming games. What do you make of that story? Olive, women in the World Cup, and they are struggling when it has to do with African teams.
I mean, just like you said, we really hope that things look up for them and look bright for them. And it's not just that's not just a sad update. I would say the Kenya doping story is also a very sad one. We talked about this some weeks ago on the show as well, looking at what could be the possible reasons why some of them maybe in some cases do not know that they are taking medication that contain anti-doping properties.
Yeah.
But like we said, innocent until proven guilty. So, I mean, those are two sad updates. I hope that the skies look up for them and their career, looks up from here somehow.
True.
Totally agree. Every now and then, there's, once in a while a bad spell for African athletes, and then a couple of months later, they're making headlines across the world.
It's actually been a bad spell in the past few weeks.
Yeah. A couple of weeks now, we've been having bad stories about Africans, in as much as some of them do well when it has to do with athletics, the likes of the marathon, they get to win those events. But we still have a lot of doping cases with our African athletes. But we just hope that they can clear that record pretty soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Udoka, for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right.